Hey guys, and welcome to our very first episode of Tortilla Talks. Woo! With me, I have my amazing and beautiful sister, Jasmin. We're going to be talking about something that's very real and something that we deal with on the daily. In different forms for each of us because we're different people and we've gone through different experiences, but it's still something that we deal with constantly, and that is anxiety. It's something that, a lot of people have a misconception of it because they feel like it's like, oh, she's just being over dramatic or indecisive or whatever it may be. But it's actually something that goes deeper than just not being able to decide or whatever. And we came in today with questions and also having done some some research ourselves, and kind of with personal experience as well. So just like first thing, how long have you been dealing with anxiety yourself?
I feel like the first time that I can remember getting anxiety was when I was about 13. It's funny because that's when I hit puberty, and it kind of just all hit me. I remember being in the room one day, just laying in my bed, and it everything hit me, everything that I had been through in life, it hit me. My dad wasn't around. The things that I had been through, and I just started to feel things were out of hand and crazy, and I couldn't control them, and it's crazy, it was crazy to even think about that moment right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my first experience with anxiety. I still deal with it now, you guys. It's not something that just goes away. It's definitely an illness or part of our mental health and stuff. It's funny for you to say that people say that we overreact, because I actually Googled anxiety disorder, and you guys, Google says it says symptoms include stress that's out of proportion to the impact of the event. And I'm just like, wow, Google, for real? Inability to set aside worry and restlessness. Let's see. Well, yeah. So the first part, at least, I feel like it's, bull, because I feel like it's not I don't feel like anxiety is I don't know. I don't see it as you take one little thing and you're like, ah! I feel like it's kind of a mix of things, and it's just this one, it just becomes this one big thing.
Honestly, yeah, I was actually watching a TED Talk the other day, and it was about anxiety, and it was this girl was like, yeah, it's not that I overreact for the little things, it's that I've put so much effort into not reacting so strongly to other things that I have no strength or no ability to, or energy to hold in my reaction to what seems minimal and unimportant to certain people. And I think that's so true, because it's I'll try to not freak out or not to get overworked for certain things, or someone said something to me and I'm like, oh, okay, just hold it in, you're fine, it's okay. And then me having to go up to a person at work later on and be like, we're gonna close soon. I'm be like, nah, this person is gonna fight me and they're gonna kill me, and like it's just gonna be like I'm gonna be the worst person ever. Like I'm gonna get fired because of this.
When overthinking
When it's
hits.
yeah, when it's my job, you know,
Yeah.
like it's my job to be like, hey, like we're closing or this or that, and but like I've already spent all day being like, no, like it's okay, it's okay, you're fine, and then that moment hits, and I'm just like, no, this is it. Like I can't.
Yeah. I feel that because like it's like when we go to the store and I like have to grab onto you because I'm like, hi, where's the
You know what?
Jenny?
Exactly. Yeah. No, like anxiety is it's such a weird thing to talk about, because it's like being anxious is a normal thing, but having an anxiety disorder is like, it's so intense that when someone's like, oh, I have so much anxiety, it's like any regular person who doesn't have a disorder in that area, like they're gonna be like, oh, well, you're just like freaking out for no reason, you know,
Right.
You're thinking into it too much. And it's like, no, it's like my brain literally is like, you know,
About to
I can't.
explode.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's hard.
Can you describe, because I also feel like anxiety hits everyone differently. Can you describe like what your anxiety is like in particular?
For me, it's weird because I'm a person that has to socialize a lot when I don't actually like socializing all that much. I have to kind of swallow it down, and so I don't feel it so much mentally as I do physically. I'll get the shakes and I'll feel nauseous, and I can feel it, and I will know, like, I am having so much anxiety right now, like, oh my god, like, to go to work sometimes I have to like really like hype myself up in the morning to even be able to like do anything. And so when I realize that I'm not like, you know, I have all this energy and I'm not doing stuff because it's actually dead at work, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm not doing enough, like I need to move. And so I start getting the shakes and I start feeling nauseous, and I have to sit down and be like, no, you're doing enough because you're doing what you can do. But it's still so hard to get out of that, and like for me at least, like it takes me like a good like just like being away from everyone and like not thinking about anything. But it's hard like to like describe it, because that's my anxiety when I'm at work. When it's like when I'm home and I'm like in my room and I'm not doing anything like that, you know, needs my attention or anything like that, like it's just me getting in my head. And it's because, you know, for you anxiety is so much stronger, and for me, like, it's very present in my life, but it's not the main cause of my like mental illness.
Right.
So it's kind of weird because I start freaking out about possibly going into a depressive episode, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's not so much about like going out and talking to people, it's more of like, what I need to go out, I need to do this, I need to do that, like why am I home, why am I in
You
bed?
constantly need to do something.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's like it's hard because I you know, and I was even listening to this in that same TED Talk, and it was like your mental illnesses come in packs. So like you have depression and anxiety, or you have PTSD and anxiety, or ADHD and ADD, you know? It's like you come with like, and it's so true because, you know, with depression, you've dealt with it too.
Right.
You like, it forms a lot of anxiety in you as well. So it's like,
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I feel like my anxiety is definitely day to day, and I know that you said it's more like physical for you, and I feel like mine is like both. Like I get the shakes, like I can, but like I'm also like in my head overthinking, and my my eyes are filled with tears, and I'm just like, I can't breathe, and it's just like, it's crazy. But I like being able to be at home and relax and stuff like that. So like it's different for me and you. For me, anxiety comes when I feel like I can't control a situation, or when I feel like alone. When I feel alone, and like I don't always feel alone, you know, like I could be alone and not feel lonely, but there's times when it hits and I'm just like, oof, and it's there and it stays for days or weeks, and I'm like constantly trying to battle it. Just like you, I have to like talk to myself in the morning and be like, do I really want to go to work? But I have no choice, and I have to go to work. So I think it's interesting that everybody has their own, you know, level or classification when it comes to like anxiety. But I also know that there's a lot of different ways that people deal with it.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with it?
With my anxiety, it's the best way that I can deal with my anxiety genuinely is like grounding myself. And this I learned in a college art class that I took maybe 3 years ago now. And the teacher, he was super like weird, but I appreciate this one thing that he taught me. And it was really like feeling the floor that you're on. Like really, like even if that means
Get on
taking
the
off
ground.
like even if that means like take off your shoes, which I have no shoes on right now, and ever since that I haven't really liked wearing shoes. And it's like really touch the floor and feel the floor that you're on, and it's like, hey, like, do you feel that? Like, do you feel the steadiness?
Wow.
And I'm like, you know, it's
Wow.
like, yeah,
that just
like,
blew my mind.
because it's like you're not gonna fall. Like, this is steady. Like, you're grounded. You're as safe as you can possibly be in that moment. And so for me, it's literally like I'll sit down, and you can, if you ever like go to my job, you'll see me at moments I'll just sit down on the side and just let my whole body, I don't care how much I slouch, like let my whole body just fall and just really feel like the ground that I'm on. Because it's like that's me saying like, okay, I'm anxious because I feel like I can't control anything, but at the same time it's like okay, but there's certain things that are in like control, like that I'm not controlling, that are sturdy enough to make me feel okay.
Right.
And it doesn't always work, but like like being here at the park, like anything, like, which I don't really do very often, but like being out and like just being able to like feel the ground that I'm on makes me feel like
safe.
Yeah, like
Because
there's no
I feel
lower.
like anxiety makes you feel like you're in danger, even when you're not.
Yeah.
You're like, I need to feel safe. I need it.
What about you?
Me, I definitely, I don't know why, but my thing is music. As long as I have music on, I can literally do anything without feeling any anxiety. Like, if I have music on, I'm just like, and then when it gets really bad, I definitely start praying. And I pray and I pray and
Definitely.
I pray. And if I have to cry, I let it out. Honestly, I don't feel like when I have anxiety, talking to people helps me much. Because I feel like they don't understand what I'm going through. Like, I'm going through this alone in my head, you know? And I feel like I'm the one that has to deal with it. I don't know if that's anxiety telling me that I have to.
The
but,
voices.
you know, like, everybody has their own way of dealing with it. If you guys, you know, like, if your way of dealing with it is talking to someone, then I definitely encourage you to do it. Anything that works for you that will help you, I say go for it.
Yeah.
Just please don't cause any harm to yourself or others. You are too special and important.
Yeah, honestly, there's no form of self-care that is invalid. Right. Like, even if, like, in that moment, it means you're gonna go and you're gonna do something that maybe society frowns upon, like, you do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, society is a piece of poop. Like, they want you to do things that not everyone can achieve. Like, if your way of taking care of yourself is going out in the middle of the night, not to like party or anything, or if that's what you want to do, go ahead, but like if it's to go out in the middle of the night and just be alone for a moment, do it. If it's going and being surrounded by people, if that makes you feel good, do it. If it's sitting down, meditating, doing yoga, doing some form of like relaxation, do it. Like, it's not about what people think, it's about what works for you. Honest, because self-care is so important, and I don't do it enough, like, physically, but I do make sure that my mental health, like, I'm taking care of myself,
right.
Because that's something that if I let go of, like, even for a second,
then you're gone.
Done. I'm done, because like my depression, like, it's crazy, because for moments I'm like, I'm on top of the world, I'm living my best life, I'm doing everything I want to, and then in that same day, maybe I'm bipolar, not to, but in that same day, but I will be like, how am I doing all of this? And I feel like I don't want to wake up tomorrow, you know? So, like, taking care of your health is number one.
Right.
So, no matter what it is that you do, like, do it.
And I know, like she said, nothing, I mean, like, any form of self-care is valid. Nothing is invalid. Even the partying. But I don't encourage that too much. Because, trust me, like, I party. I'm not gonna lie, I party, but, like, I also know when it's time to slow down, because that's also very draining, you know? I also feel like if you surround yourself with too many energies, like, it's really, really draining. Like, it's really draining. Sometimes it's good to take some time for yourself and just, I'm here.
Kind of like detox in a way.
Yes, detox. Definitely.
Yeah.
That is the word I would use.
Detoxing your soul, your spirit, like, that's so important, because you do meet a lot of people and you take in what they have, and you take in their energies, and it's like sometimes what you're feeling is not even yours. Like, your worries are not even your worries.
Oof, I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'll be, like, on, like you said, on top of the world one day. I'll go out and chill, and then, like, the next day I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so down? Like, I was so happy yesterday. And it's definitely because, you know, people carry around their, you know, like, we all do. We carry around our, what would you call it?
Baggage.
Our baggage. Yeah.
Or like, struggles and everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like doing what's good for you is definitely on top of the list.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, no. Something I've been doing recently, and I don't do it too consistently, which I need to get on that, but it's journaling. I love that.
That's
like,
nice.
It's weird, because sometimes I'll be like beating myself up in my journal, and then like today I was writing and I was like, I don't know who I'm supposed to be anymore, but I'm pretty happy with who I am. And I was like,
aww, that's so cute.
And I was like,
love that.
I was like, I think, and I wrote this down because I was thinking it, and I was like, I think despite the bad days, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. I can wake up in the morning dead, drained, lack of sleep, like, sleep deprivation is killing me at the moment, but I'm happy. Like, my spirit is okay, which means I'm okay. You know?
Right. I feel that. I feel that.
Anything else you want to add on?
I just definitely want to add on, you guys, that we are here for you. We are here for you. I don't care what the time is, what the day is, what you're going through. Let me know. Talk to me. I want to hear you out. You're not alone. I know that this world is crazy right now. going wild. And it's feeling pretty lonely. Like I've had, I just spent 2 weeks like really depressed and full of anxiety, but thankfully I've gotten out of it. And I don't even care if I'm depressed or anything. If you guys need something, if you guys need anyone to talk to, we're here for you.
Yeah.
So send us messages, let us know anything that we could do. We'll bring you an ice cream or something. I don't know.
Yes, we will drive to you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, we're here. We know how important mental health is and mental illness, how strong and how bad it can affect you. I think both of us have dealt with it our entire lives.
Right.
And more so than anyone else in our family. So we know how low it can get. And we want you guys to know that at the end of the day, like, we'll be here for you. We're not just starting this because we want to talk to a camera for like 20 minutes. No, we're starting this because we genuinely care, and we want to make sure that you guys know, whoever is watching, there's always going to be a place for you in our hearts, in our minds. And as much as we have received love from people, like, we want to love on you. And something that I've been saying a lot, and if you go on any of my posts on this page, you will see the words love, always love, and
I just
sign language. Yeah. And it's because above everything, love can help anyone.
Yeah.
If you're feeling lonely, if someone loves on you, that is so, like,
love is the cure.
yeah, like, love wins always.
Always.
Yeah.
Period.
Period. So I just want to thank you guys for joining and tuning in and watching the 20 something minutes that this video lasted.
You did pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
You did too. Yeah.
With us. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next week. Please leave suggestions. Watch this video. Share this video. Make sure that you are watching the words that you say to people, because every interaction has a consequence and is memorable to someone. I love you guys.
Love you guys.
And we hope to see you next week.
Bye.